Welcome back. Now, 9/11, it was a date that changed the world forever, and especially so for the families of those who died at Ground Zero. Now, Talat Hamdani, a Pakistani-American, lost her son on September 11th, and she has channeled her grief by working against religious stereotyping in US. Now, Talat says that by speaking out, she honors the sacrifice of her son and many others made that day.
Mrs. Hamdani, thank you so much for speaking to us on NDTV. Your story perhaps exemplifies the best and the worst of America post 9/11. Your son, a firefighter, was initially termed by some of the local New York newspapers as being hand in glove with the terrorists because he disappeared on the day of 9/11 and his name was Muhammad. Right. We then found out later that that wasn't true. He's actually a hero. He's a firefighter who went in, he answered the call of duty, he went into the rubble to save lives, and he lost his own life in the process. 10 years on, has America learned its lesson? Do these stories, is your story still being replicated across the rest of the United States?
10 years later, it is not easy. It is tougher to be a Muslim, 10 years ago when it happened, I did receive sympathetic mails and compassionate notes and support, But 10 years later, especially starting as of last year, the anti-Muslim sentiment has become, by default, the accepted norm. That if you are a Muslim, or if you are an Arab, or if you are a South Asian from India or a Bangladesh, you have to be linked with the terrorism. The Patriot Act, it has watered down the laws to such a greater degree that hearsay, if a police officer think that someone looks suspicious, if you're praying, it is a marker that you are an extremist, and then they come after you. So that is dangerous. We have metamorphosed into a nation persecuting Muslims. And this is not Nazi Germany, and it's not going to happen.
Mrs. Hamdani, you're known all over the United States as an advocate and activist fighting against racial and religious profiling in the United States. But at the heart of the matter, you're a mother who lost her son on 9/11. What does the 10th anniversary of September 11 mean to you?
I will always be a mother, and a mother who lost a child who gave his life for being an American, defending the American values of liberty and freedom and justice for all, not just for a few. And injustice is an injustice, and it has to be addressed. Because if I believe, and that's what it taught me, my faith taught me, if you know something is wrong and you do not speak up against it, that is also a sin. Oppression is a sin, but to take oppression is also wrong. So as long as, injustice is going on, God has given me this power or strength, so to say, not even power, strength to speak up. And so I'm speaking up for everybody, all the American Muslims, all the Arabs, all the South Asians, but more so I'm speaking up for all of America, because I am American. My son was American.
Well, our men might have had a pathetic run in England, but someone in Tamil cinema has not forgotten that Dhoni is the one who brought the World Cup home once again after Kapil Dev, and has in fact named his next project as Dhoni, and that someone is none other than the 5-time National Award-winning actor-producer Prakash Raj. Now get ready to watch Dhoni in December. Shooting has already begun in Hyderabad and will be moved to Chennai as well soon. Now we hear that Maestro Ilaiyaraaja has opted for live recording while composing the songs, something that's really rarely done in the film industry these days. Now will this Dhoni win the box office cup? We'll have to wait and find out. Well, speaking of cinema now, Salman Khan was in London on Friday after a press conference to celebrate his success of his latest project, Bodyguard. Now, the actor also discussed his recovery following recent surgery to treat a nerve disorder. Now, when asked if he had to pick whose bodyguard would he like to be in real life, well, here's what he had to say.
What would you like me to say? Your bodyguard. Should I make this spicy?
Well, that's all the time that we have for. Keep watching. Have a good night.